I got sued for putting solar panels on my roof by an HOA I don't even belong to. They showed up at my door, threatened me, and tried to drag me into court over something that saved me money and didn't affect a single soul. And I swear, for a second there, I thought I was losing my damn mind. So here's how it all went down. I live in this quiet little suburban neighborhood outside of Mesa, Arizona. I've got a small house, nothing flashy, but it's mine. And after buying a new car and dealing with bills piling up, I started tightening every corner of my budget. I'm not some green energy evangelist or anything, but I figured if I could save money on electricity, why the hell not? That's when I had a few solar panels installed. Nothing industrial, just a small array tucked neatly on my roof. They blended in, didn't shine in anyone's windows, didn't hum or buzz. Just sat there, soaking up the sun, and quietly knocking down my power bill. It felt like a win. For about a week, I didn't hear a thing. No complaints, no funny looks. Honestly, I figured I was in the clear. Then it showed up. A letter from the Maple Creek Estates Homeowners Association. Bold letters. Red ink. Violation of community guidelines. Unauthorized solar installations. The thing is, I'm not in the HOA. See, when I moved in, I specifically bought one of the lots that was outside their jurisdiction. It's a weird patch of land that was originally part of the county, before the HOA gobbled up everything around it. The realtor told me I had the option to opt out, and I gladly did. Less drama, fewer fees, no weird lawn inspections. So I laughed when I got the letter. I even took a picture and sent it to a buddy with the caption, "Am I in trouble with the club I never joined?" Then I tossed it in the trash, but they didn't stop. A few days later, 2 board members showed up at my door. I didn't recognize them, but the matching cardigans and passive-aggressive smiles gave it away. One of them, I'll call her Linda, stepped right up and said, "You've been notified about the violation. Those panels have to come down immediately." I blinked. "I'm not part of the HOA." "You live within the community boundary," the other one snapped, arms folded like she was about to write me a speeding ticket. "It affects our property values." I pointed at my roof. "You can't even see them from the street," Linda huffed. "It sets a precedent." I tried to be civil. I pulled up my deed, showed them the documents proving I wasn't under HOA governance, even showed them a map from the county assessor's site. They didn't care, didn't even glance at it, just kept repeating the same line. "You need to comply before further action is taken." I shut the door and laughed, but it was a nervous laugh. Something about how calm they were freaked me out. And then the lawsuit came, delivered like an eviction notice. Same red ink, same smug tone. Signed by the HOA president herself, Geraldine Holt. The kind of name that sounds like she'd file a complaint about the birds singing too loud. The lawsuit claimed my solar panels were a nuisance, a detraction from neighborhood character, and, get this, a threat to future community investments. I won't lie, I panicked. I hate court, I hate confrontation. And these people, they had money. They could drag this out forever, while I was just some guy trying to keep the lights on. Literally. But I wasn't going down without a fight. I found a local attorney who specialized in property disputes. His name was Raymond Cole. Rough voice, no patience for BS, but sharp as hell. I laid it all out for him. He actually laughed when I told him the HOA had sued someone they had no authority over. "They got no standing," he said, "but they've got nerve." Still, he warned me. HOAs have a reputation for wearing people down. Endless paperwork, petty motions. They gamble that you'll fold first. So we went to work, pulled property records, case law, state regulations. Turns out, not only was I free to install panels, I actually had state-level protection. Arizona law encourages solar use. There are whole sections in the code that prohibit HOAs from banning or interfering with it. Raymond prepared our defense like he was loading a shotgun. The courtroom was almost empty on the day of the hearing. A few bored-looking board members, Geraldine sitting up front like she owned the place, and me, sweating through my shirt. Their lawyer started off with this long, dramatic speech about community standards and neighborhood integrity. Said my panels would cause other residents to do the same, creating an unruly aesthetic. I swear, it was like they thought solar panels were graffiti. Then it was my turn. I stood up and just told the truth. I don't pay HOA dues. I'm not under their charter. And even if I were, they don't get to override state law. I handed the judge everything. Deed, exemption papers, and the Arizona Solar Rights Act. Raymond stepped in and pointed out the real kicker: the HOA's own bylaws. Turns out they'd quietly amended their charter last year, but only applied it to lots within their formal annexation boundary. Mine? Never listed. The judge didn't even hesitate. Case dismissed. Geraldine stood up, red in the face. This is outrageous. This man is threatening the order of our community. The judge leaned back. Then maybe your community should review its own documents before issuing threats. It felt like the room deflated. The board members looked down at their shoes. Geraldine stormed out and, no joke, I swear she flipped me off through the courtroom window. A week later, I got a check in the mail for legal fees. Not from the HOA, but from Geraldine's personal account. Guess the board didn't want their budget tied to her crusade. After that, everything shifted. I started getting knocks on my door. One neighbor, Joe, a retired vet, asked where he could get his own panels. Another couple brought cookies and asked if I'd help them apply for a solar grant. Before long, half the street had some kind of sustainable setup: panels, garden walls, rainwater collectors. It was like one dumb lawsuit kicked off a mini-energy revolution. And Geraldine? She got voted out during the next board election. Rumor is she's living in a condo across town now, with a strict no-solar policy in the lease. Figures. I still have the panels. Still saving money. Still walking past the HOA bulletin board every week with a little smile on my face. Funny how things work out. And you know what? They never even saw the second set I installed in the backyard. So, who was really in the wrong here?